Hello there. Today, of course, the final Saturday of the 15-a-side rugby season, and what a great climax. The two knockout cup finals, the English and the Welsh. And this afternoon we're here at Twickenham for the final of the Rugby Football Union club competition between Coventry and London Scottish. Coventry, the holders, are again firm favourites, and even without their two British Lions playing today, I still think they're a very formidable side. London Scottish, I think, surprised even themselves to reach the final this year, but they've got some fine forwards, and that back row trio in particular, I think, could help cause a few shocks this afternoon. Let's have a look at how the two teams reached the final stages. First of all, Coventry, they had that crushing victory over Burton in the first round. They beat Gosforth without much trouble, and then Wilmslow in the quarter-final, and equally convincing over Rosslyn Park in the semi-finals. Well, London Scottish have had all their games away from home, so it's not a bad feat to reach the final at all. They beat Oxford in the first round, and perhaps the biggest upset of the whole tournament was when they took Gloucester's home record away from them, winning 12-9 away from home. They beat their co-tenants in a great bit of rivalry in the quarter-final, and then beat the giant killers Orrell in the semi-final. So here we have a splendid final in the making. Let's now have a look at the two teams with our commentator for the match, Bill McLaren.
Coventry, the reigning knockout champions, have a very happy blend of youth and experience in this side. Youth in the person of David Fowlkes at centre there, who's just 19, playing in his first cup match. Experience in the person of 6 capped players altogether. 1 British Lion, David Duckham, who leads the side in this final for the 2nd year running. And of course, a very experienced pack, especially in the front row, with Jim Broderick and Keith Fairbrother as the props. But this London Scottish team too has a lot of experience in it. 3 international players altogether, 1 British Lion in Alistair Bigger, the same pack as played against Orrell in the semi-final. The referee for today's 3rd knockout cup final is Mike Titcombe, the oldest current serving member of the international panel. He's been on the panel 10 years. And David Bell, the London Scottish standoff half, starts the match, kicking down to Billy Gittings, the veteran Coventry scrum half. The pitch in excellent condition, it's hard and it's firm. There's a rather cold easterly wind blowing. Difficult to say exactly in what direction the great Twickenham swirl is on today. Keddy to throw. The big man with the sweatband is Graham Fraser from Aberdeen. Knocked down by Cardwell, taken again by Thorburn. But the throw-in not straight and the advantage going the wrong way. That's the Coventry 25. Gittings caught again by Crerar. Breakaway by Gallagher, the hooker. Oh, this is good stuff. Broderick to Duckham. Duckham caught by Keddy and by Alistair McHard. Lovely bit of smuggling there. Walker. Gittings over halfway. Gittings tackled by Mike Bigger. And it's a penalty there for an infringement in that ruck. Barry Ninnis seemed to be in front of the ball, but whether he was penalised or not, I'm not sure. Peter Crerar, the London Scottish scrum half, hurt there in the close quarter exchanges. And here's an unusual sight in the respect that that's the halfway line, and this is Doug Fowley going to have a go at kicking a goal. A kick then of about 57, 60 yards. Fowley, a big, hefty Aberdonian. That's the distance. But oh, he hooked it badly. David Duckham. Duckham supported by Rollinson on the inside, but it was Barry Ninnis. David Bell back on halfway. That was Stevenson, the fullback, in the line. The pick up there by Richard Walker. 10 minutes of the first half gone, no scoring, but a lot of action. and a lot of enthusiasm as well. The crowd here tend to be lost a little bit in Twickenham's huge stands. A relieving penalty to London Scottish then, taken by George Stevenson from his own line. Doesn't find touch. Rossborough. Barnwell up to the London Scottish 25. And it's a penalty for, I think, preventing the release of the ruck ball. And here's the best kick chance of the match so far to Peter Rossborough for Coventry. That's the 25. Peter Rossborough then. This is the view from the south terracing. Rossborough hooking it, turning it, clean between the posts. And Peter Rossborough puts Coventry ahead then by 3 points to 0, midway through the first half, 20 minutes gone. David Bell restarts. Cordless leaves it to Rossborough. That really was a most encouraging kick for his forwards by Rossborough, right from inside his own 25 up to the halfway line. Bob Keddy to throw. Fraser at number 2 opposite Barry Ninnis. Charlie Thorburn to Mike Biggar. Biggar feeds Ross McKenzie. Crerar switches. Bell over halfway. David Bell. Oh, great tap tackle there by Les Rollinson. Alistair McHarg to Stevenson, the fullback. Chance here, Alistair Biggar. Alistair Biggar out to Fowley. Fowley tackled there by Robin Cardwell. Almost up to the Coventry 25. And that was Mike Lovett playing scrum half, but it's a penalty to the Scottish. Perhaps for handling in the ruck, perhaps just for stopping the ball coming back illegally. David Bell then to tie the score. Again, just drifting past that left-hand post. So Coventry stay ahead by 3 points to 0. 22 minutes of the first half gone. Alan Cownman to restart. Bit too far. McHarg feeding Bell. Bell inside there to Mike Biggar. That's to Lovett, the big prop forward. Mike Biggar again. Switching out from Crerar to Bell. All the way along McKenzie. This is Stevenson. Bob Keddy. Keddy with the pace. 15 yards from the Coventry line. Fraser feeds out. Switched by Crerar. Stevenson. Alistair Biggar. Biggar has McHarg outside him. And it was Barnwell who got his hand to the ball. And a drive over there by Fraser. Right in at the Coventry corner flag. Tim Barnwell to throw. Penalty for going through the line. Useful catch there by Ian Darnell, which helped to catch the Scotty offside. Peter Rossborough giving himself a little bit more of an angle. Quick throw in from Stevenson, the fullback. But Cardwell was up there. Barry Ninnis up there as well. That's Billy Gittings, who got his first cap against the All Blacks in '67, putting in. Break there by Charlie Thorburn. This London-Scottish breakaway trio are certainly making their presence felt, especially where there's a loose ball around. That was meant for Alistair McHarg. Thorburn. Alistair Biggar was there. That's Fraser on halfway. And again a penalty for illegally preventing ruck clearance. Well, a lot of the crowd a bit displeased by the fact that London Scottish are trying this long penalty kick through David Bell. Bell then from 55 yards, low and far enough. Not the best goal that David Bell has ever kicked, but I'm sure not many will have given him more pleasure. 3 points to 3, that ties the score. About 29 minutes of the first half over. Real cup tie atmosphere here as Alan Coman restarts. Barry Ninnis went up for it. Gittings to Coman. Well, big Doug Fowley over there is 6'4", big man for a wing, but just couldn't quite control that one. This is on the London Scottish 25 then. Number 4 for them, Alistair McHarg. And it's McHarg who gets a hand to it. Biggar rescues, Crerar clears. Rosborough on halfway. George Stevenson. George Stevenson, this big leggy London Scottish fullback, really put in a good one there. 40-50 yarder. 3-all, 5 minutes to go to half-time. Keddy to throw. McHarg rises above everyone. Gallagher goes through the line out. David Bell. David Bell, a gifted footballer who's yet just to make the step up to the top rung, but is very close indeed. On halfway then, Crerar to put in. David Bell sliced it. Stolen there by Fowley, this big tank of a wing. Up to halfway. And a penalty there, I think, against the front row, Coventry front row. That's Jim Broderick, the Coventry loose head, number 8 there. It was another tired one, but it still made it. 2 penalty goals by David Bell to 1 by Peter Rosborough. 6 points to 3 London Scottish lead. Just a minute and a half to go to half-time. That's the man who's put the Scottish into the lead, David Bell. Alan Coman restarts. Up goes Fraser. Charlie Thorburn, number 7 at the back for London Scottish, number 15 for Coventry, Robin Cardwell. Gittings. Young Falks couldn't quite hold it. Charlie Thorburn. Referee deciding no advantage had accrued from the knock-on. This is probably where the Scottish are under most pressure in the scrummage. David Bell, Stevenson, Bell, out to Fowley. Fowley over halfway. He takes a lot of knocking down. He's almost up to the Coventry 10 yards line now. Wrestling there from Mackenzie. That was Stevenson in the line. Alistair Biggar. Biggar, over halfway. Alistair Biggar, tackled there by Barnwell. Ross Mackenzie switching to McHarg, out to Stevenson, along the line to David Bell. And Alan Friel to Crerar, to Alistair McHarg. This is like 7-a-sides now. McHarg hoists a big one. Coming down on the Coventry 25. Cowman back there. Mike kicked him, deciding it's still going forward. That was McHarg bursting out. And Fraser it was who eventually took it almost to the Coventry line. The referee's whistle goes for half-time. London Scottish leading by David Bell's 2 penalty goals to Peter Rossborough's 1 for Coventry. 6 points to 3. Great excitement, a lot of hard play, odd flashes of really brilliant handling, and an awful lot more to come in the second half. Mike Biggar, captain of London Scottish, no doubt delighted with the situation. His team 6-3 up as the second half starts with a long kick-off by Peter Rossborough down to his opposite number, George Stevenson. And Stevenson forcing Robin Cardwell to come to him. And Coventry may well have the breeze in their favour in this second half. Alistair McHarg from David Bell's dropout, looking for support, gets it from Bell, out to Fowley. Fowley, the big strong wing, but the pass was forward. That's Doug Fowley, who's played for the Anglo-Scots, a Scottish trialist. Has played for the north of Scotland against touring sides. Just inside the London Scottish half. Rollinson held it in for a while. Gittings eventually out to Fowlks. Stevenson in his own 25. Alan Cowman back there, but Gittings takes it, gives it to Rossborough. That's Bob Keddy. Keddy is fast. He's coming right into the open. He's got Fowley there with him. This really is adventurous. Bob Keddy, one of the 3 members of this London Scottish back division who have connections with Watson's College in Edinburgh and Watsonians. Doug Fowley to throw in then, just short of his own 25. Ninnis just beaten there by Fraser. Mike Lovett has it. Crerar to David Bell. And Bell hounded there by Rollinson and by Cardwell. Ian Darnell standing number 3 for Coventry, Jim Broderick behind him, and then Barry Ninnis, who got his cap against Wales in '71. Gittings, Cowman, oh what a beautiful dummy, Cowman over the 25, Duckham is with him, can Duckham make the line? What a fine score! Was the little dummy by Alan Cowman, and then that blinding pace of his over the short distance that opened up the Scottish defence. And David Duckham there acknowledging the fact that Cowman made a fine try. I'm getting a great ovation from the big Coventry support. Peter Rosborough with the conversion attempt. Still tending to hook them across the face of the post. So just 1 point in it. Coventry ahead by 7 points to 6. 4 minutes of the second half gone. David Bell with a drop kick from the centre. Ross McKenzie is up first and did well to get it. Crerar to Bell. Bell caught by Cowman. Down goes Gerstorffen. This is Charlie Thorburn with a beautifully manufactured pass to Stevenson. Pickering to McHarg. McHarg to Keddy. Keddy over the 25. A great tackle there by Les Rollinson, the Coventry number 8. That's the Coventry 25. Good strike by Pickering for the Scottish against the head. That's Alan Friel. Big hefty centre, David Bell. Out to Charlie Thorburn. Mike Biggar, there's a great chance here. Can Biggar do it? It perhaps should have been away earlier. 5 yards short of the Coventry line. And Alan Cowman does the clearance work. Was a real chance there. Mike Biggar almost getting to the line, but Fowley, his wing, was in the clear outside. Fowley to throw in. It's the Coventry 25. McHarg, Crerar to David Bell, Alistair Biggar. They've missed out the other centre. Freeland give it to Stevenson. This is Freeland now. Alistair Biggar almost up to the Coventry 25. Richard Walker leading the counter-attack. That's the Coventry 25. Gittings to Peter Rosborough. Stevenson on halfway. Gittings had stayed back. Remarkable little player Bill Gittings has been playing for Coventry for well over a decade now, and for Warwickshire since back in 1965. Scottish with their 4-man line, meant for Alistair McHarg. That's Fraser who has it. Just on the Coventry 10 yards line. Crerar did well to hold it, trying to work with his breakaway forwards. Alistair McHarg filling in at scrum half. Now it's Mike Biggar, out to David Bell. Alistair Biggar had gone on the dummy run. This is Friel working it clear. Now it's out to Gittings. That's a useful ball because it's into space. Stevenson, the fullback, was up in the line. This is Crerar, gives it to Keddy. Keddy has an awful lot of room in front of him. Out to Fowley. Fowley over halfway. Fowley, the big man, magnificently tackled by Gittings. And Richard Walker was there as well. Tremendous run by the strong Aberdonian Doug Fowley. Coventry ahead by 7 points to 6. 10 minutes of the second half over. That's the Coventry 10 yards line. And those two little eager beavers at the scrummage there, Gittings and Crerar. Penalty against the Scottish front row. Peter Rosborough again, kicking for the corner flag. Stevenson. Well, Stevenson showing the value there of having a good hoof in either foot. A big right footer not so long ago. That one there with the left and pushing his forwards upfield. Barnwell to throw. Keith Fairbrother standing number 2 for Coventry. Darnell behind him, then Broderick, then Ninnis. That was Darnell. Gittings out to Alan Cowman. Oh, what a wonderful run by Rosborough. Kicking ahead, short of the 25, David Duckham. Bit of useful covering there by Peter Crerar for London Scottish. But Coventry putting the pressure on now, trying to work the ball to this man here, David Duckham, the skipper, who scored 7 tries in the 4 knockout games so far. Today, his 8th. Gittings again, out to Cowman. Cowman tackled by Mike Bigger. Good bit of wrestling out there from Les Rollinson. David Duckham inside the 25. That could be nasty depending on the bounce. And it was Fowley who touched down. But the ball must have been played, or the referee decided it went forward. I think deciding a knock-on in goal. And Coventry with a great scoring chance here. They're going for the pushover. Has Gittings got there? No, he's decided that it was pushed forward as the ball went over the line. Crerar feinting to take the drop out, but leaving it to David Bell. Rollinson waits. Alistair McHarg again. Oh, great tackle of David Duckham. Bill Gittings then, the veteran on the field today, but probably the coolest, enjoying every moment of it. Gittings to Cowman. That's a great run by Corliss. Good tackle by Bigger. Falks just couldn't hold it. It's the London Scottish 10 yards line. 7 points to 6, Coventry lead. 15 minutes into the second half. Gittings. Corliss got there by Alistair Bigger. Stevenson with the penalty. Honours fairly even at the line out. Coventry with a bit of early ball, but Scottish having taken quite a bit before and just after half-time. David Duckham throwing on his own 10 yards line. Ninnis fed it back there. This is Cowman in trouble on his own 25, caught by Mike Bigger. Coventry responsible for that stoppage, and Scottish therefore with the put-in. Now Coventry mounting a progressively stronger shove as the game goes on, it seems. Crerar is a nasty one for David Bell. Friel went in to clean it up. And clearly the London Scottish forwards excellent in the broken play, but having some difficulty here in just holding the scrummage steady enough. Crerar robbed by Gittings. Charlie Thorburn gives it to Friel. Rosborough tackled by Thorburn. Crerar out to McHarg. Oh, and what a chance here. All the way for Barnwell. There's nobody can get near him. Barnwell, the scorer. And that may well be the crucial try of the tie. Tim Barnwell, just 21, scores his 14th try of the season for Coventry and puts them ahead 11 points to 6 with about 18 minutes of the second half over. And it was a bit unlucky because one of the London Scottish backs tripped and fell as the pass was coming to him. Rosborough with no problems there. And Coventry almost, but perhaps not quite, out of sight. 13 points to 6, Coventry lead. And that's the kind of try that really knocks the heart out of a side. And it'll be interesting now to see what London Scottish can do to raise the tempo. They've played some excellent football in this tie. David Bell restarts. Ninnis couldn't quite hold it. Gittings. They're just outside the Coventry 25 then. It's David Duckham to throw in. McHarg palms. Crerar to Bell. They've missed out Friel. Bigger. Stevenson. This is Fowley. Fowley big and strong. Not perhaps as fast as he was, but making a great effort there. Tackled by Barry Corliss. He really does cause defences a lot of trouble, this hefty Aberdonian. Fowley throwing. Mackenzie couldn't control it. Gittings does. Back goes Stevenson. Stevenson caught there by Cowman. That would be a penalty for obstruction against Ian Darnell. Understandable in the respect that he thought Ross Mackenzie had the ball. A tapped penalty from Peter Crerar. Crerar inside to Pickering. Crerar again. The drive on by Mackenzie, caught there by Richard Walker. Well, London Scottish certainly have shown some adventurous touches to their play today. We're into the last quarter of the match. Coventry ahead 13 points to 6, 22 minutes of the second half over. They're midway between halfway and the Coventry 25. Cowman, caught by Thorburn and robbed. That was a great bit of flank forward play. Friel got a foot to it. Alistair McHarg boots on. Peter Rosbury recovers. 15 yards from the Coventry line. Crerar out to Keddy. Bob Keddy then, who came so near to a try there for London Scottish. Setting up this position here, 15 yards out from the Coventry line. About 15 minutes of the match to go plus injury time, and Coventry ahead 13 points to 6 and penalised for a squint put in. And David Bell going to try the kick at goal. Scottish badly need a score at this stage. And David Bell has 2 penalties to his credit so far in this match. Top London Scottish scorer this season with 133 points now. That's the shot from the south terracing. David Bell away out on the right. Bell then drawing it in. but drawing it too far. Rossborough touches down. Coventry stay ahead, 13 points to 6. And Rossborough is kicked charged down by Pickering, and it was Richard Walker who knocked on. Here then, on the middle of the Coventry 25. Watch for this Coventry shove. David Bell giving it to Stevenson. Interception by Barnwell. Back comes Ross Mackenzie. This is young Ross Mackenzie. Well, not so young now, 26, but a New Zealander from Christchurch who played in the Scottish trial this season and came very, very close indeed to his Scottish cap. On halfway, Barnwell throws, Ninnis taps, Gittings to Cowman. That's a slicey one. Cardwell went in for it for Coventry, fed out from Gallagher to Gittings. Barnwell is there, this is Stevenson, but the referee's whistle has gone for offside. Scottish opting for the scrummage. Crerar to Bell, gives it to Friel. That's a thing you won't often see David Bell knocking on. He has a cricketer's hands. David Bell there, the top London Scottish scorer, also very close to a Scottish cap. This has been a great duel at scrum half between those two, Crerar and Gittings, and also between the two hookers, who has each had his success against the head. But Coventry's scrummaging has been a bit stronger. Gittings to Cowman, Corliss inside to Duckham. Duckham well tackled there by David Bell. This is Richard Walker. Gallagher, the hooker, was in it. Alistair McHarg on his own 25. And Coventry waxing that bit stronger, like a side who are in the lead and who have the scent of victory. But the Scottish certainly have put on a tremendous fighting display with a lot of exciting, adventurous work as well. Crerar. So, can London Scottish get back into this match as the game fades away from them? Coventry cutting their line out for the first time. Gittings to Walker. Referee deciding the ball was held there. Coventry going forward. It's the London Scottish 25. Gittings to Cowman. Cowman positioned for the drop goal. And it's going to be a penalty again, I think, for illegal ruck interference. Crerar then to David Bell. That's to Friel. Doug Fowley. Alistair McHarg, tackled by Gittings, gives it to Crerar. That was young David Fowlks who got his foot to that ball. That's young David Fowlks, who's the youngest player in the field, just 19 in his first cup match, and with what a great chance of being in a winning Coventry side. Fowley to throw. McHarg palms, Crerar. Gittings, Cowman with the drop goal attempt. Back goes Stevenson, back goes Keddy. David Duckham is coming up fast. That was great follow-up work. And it could be a try for Duckham, and it is! Well, I've seen it happen before, but not very often. A drop kick that doesn't go near the post, but a wing prepared as David Duckham was to run like blazes in support. Gets the try, his second try of the match for David Duckham, and no captain could be expected to do more than that. Coventry ahead by 17 points to 6. A great cheer for Duckham. Rossborough with the conversion attempt from the touchline. Well, it took an awful long time deciding to come down, but it's Peter Rossborough's third successful kick of the match, and it really puts Coventry out of sight, one would imagine now, at 19 points to 6 ahead. And I make it about 7 minutes of the match to go, plus injury time. The London Scottish 10 yards line then. Crerar to David Bell, gives it to Fowley. Good whacking tackle there by Fowlks. Billy Gittings kicks on. Back goes Charlie Thorburn. A marvellous switch to Bob Keddy. Scottish again running out from their own 25. This is good running by Keddy. Crerar in support. Bob Keddy, who has greatness in him, if it could all come out at the one time. Barnwell throws, Rollinson got a hand to it. Ninnis rescues. Barry Ninnis, the Cornishman there. He got his one cap against Wales in '71 and really has been on the fringes of another ever since. But the kicker, Peter Rossborough, with this chance to stretch Coventry's lead even further. $187 points for Coventry in only 21 games this season. Peter Rossborough with this chance to add on another 3. Rossborough then. Peter Rossborough's second penalty to put alongside his 2 conversions, and there Coventry handsomely ahead, 22 points to 6. I make it about a couple of minutes of actual playing time to go. There will be a bit of injury time. David Bell restarts. Alistair McHarg trying to feed Crerar. This is Crerar now, out to Friel. Friel has Keddy in the line. This is David Bell. David Bell looking for the gap. Stevenson, Keddy. And a real chance of opening up the Coventry defence there. Tremendous support here for Coventry, and here's somebody who must be delighted with the situation. Coventry 22-6 ahead. I make it that we're going into injury time. David Fowlks rescues on halfway and gets that marvellous umbrella of support from his forwards. Gittings kicks, Crerar leaves it to Stevenson. Stevenson tries to sidestep Barnwell and is caught by Jim Broderick. Broderick, that popular veteran prop forward. There he is, number 8, with the Barbarians in Wales 3 weeks ago. England trialist of long back, has played against most of the major touring sides. One of the great servants of Coventry rugby. Gittings to Cowman. Falks on the dummy run. Corliss takes it, but the throw-in wasn't straight. That was a marvellous move. Barry Corliss there, who was an England reserve all last season and is very close to his first cap. Clean through. But the advantage going the wrong way. Crerar hounded by Gittings. Gittings is going to score! And you can see how popular Bill Gittings is. And if ever there was a bit of piracy in the high seas, that surely was it. Gittings going round, robbing his partner, driving on. What a moment for this popular veteran Coventry scrum half. Look at the Coventry support giving him a standing ovation. Coventry's 4th try of the match. And Peter Rossborough hooking that conversion attempt. The referee's whistle goes for the end of the match. And Coventry have beaten London Scottish by 26 points to 6, scoring 4 tries to none. A tremendous victory. The knockout champions have held their championship. This remarkable club have done it again in their centenary year. Not only have they become knockout champions for the 2nd season running, but they keep this remarkable unbeaten record of theirs in 3 years of this competition. A gallant attempt by Mike Biggar and his London Scottish side, who played so much fluent rugby and adventurous rugby. But the man of the moment, surely David Duckham, captain of Coventry, scorer of 2 of their 4 tries. Coventry, champion of the knockout for the 2nd year running. And Coventry sportingly clapping the London Scottish side. And now the roars of this huge support for David Duckham. David Duckham then, the winning captain, receives from Nicky Steele-Bodger, president of the Rugby Football Union, the knockout plaque. There's the happy Coventry skipper, Jim Broderick behind him, and scenes of great enthusiasm here for this tremendous victory by one of the great English rugby clubs.